Alright, now as much as I would love to, I can't put my entire truck into a bucket of water to get the rust to come off. So some of the things I'm trying out, we're going to do a couple tests here, is the Dupli-Color rust fix, which I have used before and really like. I have an older Naval Jelly rust fix part. This is one, it's just their step 3, or part 3, whatever you call it, rust dissolver. And we're going to give that a shot. Compare them. Well, the Naval Jelly rust removal is what it's called, is a product you actually have to brush on. The only thing I don't like about this is it sits 5-10 minutes, it's supposed to dissolve the rust, and then you're supposed to wash it off with fresh water. So I'll have to hose everything and then wait till it dries till I can come back and paint it. But we're going to see how that works. Now the Dupli-Color rust fix, you can see on here, and I'll spray a little, comes out thicker than paint. I mean, you can see it running down on there. And we'll leave that side untreated, although I did drip some rust removal there. So this one is going to be the Dupli-Color, and we're going to see, this is just, it's not supposed to remove it, but it's supposed to convert it to black primer, basically a block, or an oxide instead of the rust. So we'll see how it goes. Alright, kind of split this down the middle. The right side is the Naval Jelly, left side is the basically the bright black primer, the Dupli-Color rust. You can see the back part has already turned to black, but this hasn't, so it might take 2 coats. But I'm going to let this sit for probably actually 10 to 15 minutes. I'll come back and I'll scrub that with a brush or a towel instead of getting the hose out, because I don't want to get this wet yet. And we'll see how it turns out. Alright, here's the next day. I actually let this set on here for about 45 minutes instead of the 10 to 15 before I washed off this side. You can see it had some effect, but the fact that it's supposed to be dissolving the rust and there's still rust there, and the fact that it's $6 for a little container, but I think I might go with the spray. It's just going to be a whole lot easier. Alright, now this is the next day. This did sit on for 45 minutes yesterday before I scrubbed it off with just like a nylon brush you'd use to clean your tires. And you can see it did a pretty good job. It's sort of got this white residue on it, but it doesn't come off. So essentially it's dissolved the rust. It does look a whole lot better than that side. And that's the Navy Jelly. But again, this was $6 for this little jug, and I have to spray it on, wait a while, scrub it off, and I'll save it for some other projects, but I probably won't be using it on much of the Scout. Let's see if we can find the, here's essentially what the can did. The Dupli-Color rust fix. I actually went and bought 2 more cans because I think this is what I'm going to go with. And you can see there's no rust flaking or residue like on this side. You can see the rust, still rubs off, so it seals up pretty well. Didn't turn completely black, but I think it does a real nice job of stopping the rust. And we're gonna go with that just because this can is a whole lot easier to spray in some of the cracks and stuff that I've got to do under the floor. So, and just for comparison, you can see most of the center of this panel here, not the edges because I didn't want to overspray it, but that was sprayed with the Dupli-Color spray in a can, and the little rust through spots here have turned black, and I didn't spray over there, just basically these little pits. I'm using this test piece I cut off the floor to test some bed liner spray to see how well it'll stick after I prep it before I do my entire truck. So this is just a test panel I'm using, but I did spray that with the Dupli-Color. I went and bought 2 more cans, so I think that's what we're going to go with. wet, but because I washed off some of the rust dust, you can see some of those darker spots probably where I'm not getting bare metal, but we'll try it on this side. Alright, this side is looking great. I'm going to wash this off and we'll come back and take a look at it. Alright, saved you from watching me scrub this off. Nylon brush, use a towel, get most of it off so it's still wet. You can actually see where the streaks where my fingertips were, where it kind of thickened up a little bit. It actually etched it where my fingerprints were. So putting this stuff on thicker definitely helps. Let me flip this over. You can see that's what it looks like after it dries. That's pretty impressive. It's not even a slightly tint of rust. Now you can see where it worked better than other places, but I don't know, I'm pretty happy with it. It's just not advantageous to use it on everything. So we're going to mix them.